Hi folks, I'm going to talk a little bit today about the future of my YouTube channel and what kind of content you'd like to see from it. So before you click away and I start talking about boring stuff, please leave a comment down below and let me know either something you enjoyed from this year that I've made, or something you'd like to see me focus on more, or a kind of video you'd like to see, maybe even a movie that you'd like me to review. Thanks gang, hope you enjoyed that. Now, if you're still with me, I want to talk about two different things. First of all, what's 2015 been like for me? Second of all, what are my plans for this channel in 2016? So 2015's been a bit of an interesting year for me. I moved to Brighton, then I moved back, I changed my job, then I quit my job, and I won my first award. It's been an interesting year for me. But most interesting of all has been really getting to grips with my YouTube content and coming to understand what you guys want from it. Rowan, of course, has been in all my stuff, which has been fantastic. We've had some great times collaborating together on videos like the one where we just chatted shit about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Hashtag Brutus lives, hashtag Hobbs can swim, hashtag my cell phone's dead, because he obviously jumped in the pool with it. Hashtag no mouth to mouth needed, hashtag happy Labour Day.
He's such a beautiful human being.
And the one where she suspended disbelief by playing a young homeowner and having a ghost pug. Satire. I've also made a couple of short films like Ghost Pug, which I hope you've seen, which is on the channel now, and Kissy Lips Man, also on the channel, won my first award ever, which was really nice. And that happened in early 2015 at the BFI Future Film Festival. Off the back of that, I've done a load of fun stuff. We had a screening there a couple of times. I have my own favourite cinema there now, which is apparently the only one they'll ever let me be in, because every time I book a ticket, it just seems to go to that one. Bloody NFT free, man. Can't I go on NFT 1 for once? Not watching anything mainstream enough, I guess. Gotta get into French New Wave. I also worked on a film called Afrobeats, which, if you haven't heard about it, it's because it hasn't had its first screening yet. It'll be at the London Short Film Festival, along with Kissy Lips Man, in January, so in about 2 weeks, actually. I've also seen some fab movies. I was thinking about doing a kind of 2015 year in review video, but I've decided to forego it in favour of doing a kind of BAFTAs, Oscars mashup. And my favourite film was also pretty cliche this year, which is Mad Max, so I think a lot of people have made videos about that already. I didn't really want to add to that. But I loved it. I love Mad Max. I thought it was absolutely crazy good. And I'm badgering everyone I know to talk about it as much as possible, buy it on Blu-ray, and then just kind of rub it on their bodies. And have a big Scrooge McDuck-style dip into a bin of Mad Max Blu-rays. I started almost exactly 3 years ago, just after New Year's in 2012, doing the Will Reviews stuff. And in the last couple of months, I've really amped up my game. And it was about summer this year when I started releasing something every week. I tried a couple of things, so I got a new title sequence. I tried doing stuff like having 2 cameras kind of going off, and some of the feedback was quite different on that. I'd be interested to see what you thought about it. I had a particular bit of feedback from some guy on Reddit that was like, who does this guy think he is with 2 cameras? He's some kind of chump. And I was like, guess I won't use 2 cameras anymore then. As much as I love the Will Reviews 100 Films thing, it is coming to a close, and I kind of want the channel to continue past that. I'm currently on, by my estimation, about the 60... I don't want the channel just to finish because I hit 100 films in Will Reviews, so I'm working on other ideas that I can do. Hopefully you've seen, although you might not have done because it's not the most viewed thing I did, even though it took forever and it was really dull. Hopefully you've seen Tough Guys and Babies, which I did with Rowan, which is where we do this new kind of show idea I've been thinking about called Your Genre is Dumb, where we look through an underappreciated genre that maybe hasn't been identified or not strictly thought about before. So in this case, it was like Tough Guys looking after babies films, like The Pacifier and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about doing more of that stuff, and I would love to, but one of the problems with that is that it needs collaboration and it needs a studio. I can get studios, that's doable. It's actually not as hard as you'd think, but getting collaborators has been quite tough. And if you would be interested in collaborating, then please just give me a comment down below or send me an email through the channel. Another idea I've been working on is called Talking Trash, which will be more like a video essay, like my Place Beyond the Pines stuff, or like Heaven's Praise, Every Frame a Painting. Video essays are quite tough because all the content has to be super high res, so I have to source Blu-rays and stuff like that instead of doing what I occasionally do with this stuff, which is just grabbing trailers and using those. It also requires me to sit and watch hours and hours and hours of bad films. The idea behind Talking Trash is that I talk about a genre of trash film that's culturally or historically significant and identify just one film from it you have to watch, instead of giving you, all of these films that are often really difficult watches, really, really hard to watch films because they're so low budget or they're so badly made, or in some cases really offensive, really hard content to watch. I'm in love with the idea of doing Talking Trash. I've been talking about it for like 2 years. I got a note up my whiteboard that's like been there for forever. I can't even wipe it off. I've tried. There's a couple of monetary and time barriers in the way there. I am hoping to get it off the ground by February. I've got an idea for doing something about giallo, which is a Italian 70s genre of horror. Now, the idea behind me reviewing 100 films was that I would watch 100 films, whatever they were, like literally whatever I watched. watched. You can see I reviewed a Goofy movie, because it was one of the first films I watched after I came up with the idea. My thinking behind that is I don't like the idea there's supposed to be like a canon of a top 100 films you must have seen or your opinion's illegitimate. It doesn't make any sense to me, because film is such a diverse and broad medium and there's so many different voices in it, it doesn't make sense that we pick basically like the same 5 American directors that everyone has to watch and just make those the perfect things. I love Christopher Nolan movies. I just bought Dark Knight on Blu-ray, but I don't think that he's representative of the full history of cinema and he shouldn't be treated as such, you know? That said, I have noticed that my horror reviews and my sci-fi reviews tend to do better, so instead of doing what I'm currently doing and just putting more of those in, I'd like to separate them out. I'm going to do a series of kind of underappreciated horror and sci-fi movies. That's aimed at something else as well, which I really want to work on this year, which is helping viewers discover my work. One thing I've noticed is that people really like it. When they watch it, they comment and they say, I've subscribed, this is good. Or they stick around to watch more, and I've noticed that I'm keeping hold of a lot more subscribers than I used to. Discovering that content, finding my stuff online in such a saturated market is tough for people, and I want to make that easier by focusing on genre, because it's a more identifiable group that I can kind of market my work to. The other idea I've had to kind of try and diversify out what I do is something I call neglected Netflix. So what I'm going to do one day every fortnight is watch a movie that's been in my Netflix watch list for more than 6 months. This will be quite interesting. The list currently contains stuff like 3-hour-long Holocaust dramas and like 70s romantic comedies. I just wanted to work on making sure that I didn't lose sight of that original aim once I stopped doing 100 movies. It's a real big like personal thing for me because there's so many movies I love that people never even talk about because they've never seen them. So, enough about me talking. What I'd like you to do is to add your voice to this debate as well. Please leave a comment down below about stuff that you've liked that I've done previously, stuff that you've hated that I've done previously, and especially tell me what films you'd like to see, what show ideas you like, and what you think I could be doing better overall. So, thanks 2015, and hello 2016. Can't wait to see what you have to offer me in terms of people watching me chat shit on the internet. Peace out, love and understanding. See you next time.